morning. Buenos dias from Vigo, Spain.
Yes.
We are heading out on a grand adventure today with Shore Excursions Group to visit a nearby town called Santiago de Compostela.
Sounds right.
I practiced that.
Yeah.
It's about an hour ride away. And the funny thing is, I believe we're still in the province of La Coruña. This town is about halfway between Vigo and A Coruña, so you could do this from either town, technically. But when we went on there, computer that is, and poked in our itinerary, up came this tour, and I said, that looks fascinating.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people from the ship are doing similar things as well, so it must be a really good thing to do.
Yeah, so it's got a walking portion, it's got a free time portion, and it's going to be a little bit liquidy today, so we're going to go prepared.
Raincoat, umbrella, all that good stuff, yeah.
But let's grab some breakfast and get it started.
Let's go.
Well, the buffet is on deck 9.
Eatery.
Oh yeah, let's go eatery some breakfast. The eatery indeed. Up here is the washery. Well, we have had some breakfast success. I even took a stop by the Asian breakfast station. Well, now we'll come hang out in the plaza area till it's time to get off the ship. Well, our gangways today were either 6 forward or 5 mid. We have chosen 5 mid. Our meeting instructions say to go in the terminal building, downstairs, and look for a statue. Got some shops in here, yeah. There are some stairs, but that's not the entrance we came out. But I see, there is the Immigrants Monument, a man with a suitcase. So that is our meeting point. Oh, this was quite the popular tour. So we're getting off to a little bit of a later start, but we are all organized into our groups. So let's load up.
We have more or less another hour and 15 minutes before to arrive at Santiago de Compostela. Once we arrive in Santiago, we make 3 little groups, and each group we have a guide. Alright. We speak, of course, Spanish, but for us, our first language in this area of Spain is the Gallego, the Galician language.
We have made it to the bus parking lot, so now our bus is being divided into 3 smaller walking groups to make things more manageable. Our guide today for this portion is Maria, and we are following the purple umbrella over here to the restroom stop, and then we're going to start about a 2-hour wander around town. Restroom stop done. We've got a cozy little walking group of 15. Oh, the blue skies are coming out. Let's see if we can stop up here and do some learning.
The thing is that St. Francis came here to Santiago as a pilgrim in the 13th century.
So the Convent of San Francisco, and I guess over in that direction is the Church of San Francisco, big monument. We're making our way over to the square. So what have we learned so far? Santiago de Compostela is the end of the Way of St. James. A lot of pilgrims make their way here every year from all over the area. We're going to visit the outside of the cathedral on this walking tour, but they have Mass, so it will not be available for inside visits until after 1 p.m. today. There's like a little train ride over there you can do. We're getting our meeting instructions now. Oh, we've also gotten a map so we can, look at things after our guided walking tour. We're getting a dose of history now as we admire the architecture. We can see a statue of Santiago himself up there. And it's rumored that Compostela, I guess, has to do with an encampment and all the stars in the sky coming down to indicate this place. Campo for camp, Stella for star. That could be a myth. I guess those are the noontime bells I'm hearing. You can see some figures and symbology even on this hotel building. There we get a better peek over there as the bus is moving out of the way. We've been hearing lots of bagpipes around, and I guess this area shares a lot of culture with like Celtic type things as opposed to the culture of Spain as a whole. Well, we're greeted with even more awesome architecture.
Coming here, they have to change things a little bit.
Making our way around to see all the different arms of the cathedral. If you think of the shape of the cathedral as the shape of a cross or the shape of the body of Christ, you've got the head and the arms and sort of, I guess, the torso section. We'll get a peek at some of these black stones that came from the north of Spain. They make jewelry and cool stuff out of them. I guess back in the day, people would collect those stones and bring them with them on their pilgrimages. Scallop shell, that's the symbol of this area. And when you would finish your pilgrimage back in the day, they would give you a scallop shell as proof that you had done it, you had come here. Well, we've made our way over to another section of the cathedral now.
So they were entering the church because
this is the head of the church. So this is the Holy Door. It's only open on Jubilee years, which the next one is going to be 2027. But this is the door that the pilgrims can walk through during a Jubilee year and have all of their sins absolved. We can peek right in through the bars and get a look at that internal door as well. I guess the church is always situated so the head faces east, and I guess the foot, as it were, faces west. Fun fact we're picking up. And these doors, which are now the exit to the cathedral, used to be the king's and queen's doors, so you can walk in the steps of royalty as you exit the gift shop. Oh, I see the line has already started, winding all the way up here to get into the cathedral when it opens, which I think is about 15 minutes from now. That, I take it, is the official entrance.
Yeah, the colors that we used to have in the times, and then
The Rains have come back to see us. We're going to do a little loop around here to see some traditional houses. We've got these very traditional arcade structures, shops and whatnot through here.
that means that you cannot touch anything.
It's UNESCO heritage. Yeah, this little sign belonged to a now defunct insurance agency, but since you can't touch the buildings because of UNESCO, it lives there forever.
So we are going to move through one.
You gotta watch out in these medieval towns. Oh, we're getting ready to go through a narrow street. Oh, hey there. I guess we're actually gonna go down this street in a minute.
Oh, that's narrow.
What wonders shall we behold at the end of this? A tapas bar. Oh wait, we're still going. This is a little wider. Out to another cute street. We're completing the rectangle, that's right. That has brought us over to the Maria Salome Church, the mother of St. James. They've got a sculpture of Mary breastfeeding Jesus. She said that's a fairly common symbol in this zone, but not something you see often where we come from. Also, that's our guide's favorite church because of both the representation of Mary breastfeeding Jesus and a very pregnant Mary. Well, now let's make our way back up here to the cathedral. We have officially joined the line to get in the cathedral. So it's about 1:15 right now. We'll see how long it takes. Oh, that was only about a 10-minute wait for us, and the rain started pouring just as soon as we were getting in the door, so we've timed it extremely well. So our guide recommended that we come in the door and turn to the left, make our way all the way around the foot. There we go. Yes, we've made our way away from the giant altar and the stuff everybody wants to see up there, just to check out the rest of this building first. I guess if you can find space and climb up, or I think it's down, behind the altar, you can find the remains of St. James. There we can turn around and see it from afar. That's about as close as I'm going to get. We'll let Photos by D handle the rest. There's a slightly side angle looking up toward all those pipes. You can kind of see that structure hanging on a chain there. Our guide explained to us that that was kind of, I guess you can think of it as like an air freshener, sort of an incense burner that they can swing back and forth and make the place smell nice. After all those pilgrims came in back in the day, having walked kilometers and kilometers, not smelling so nice. Let's see if we can jump in here and get any closer peeks at this altar. That is super shiny. Yeah, they have, you can see sort of a statue sculpture of St. James right in there, and that is one that you can go up a few steps and hug. We see people doing that from afar. There's somebody. But if you climb down behind that altar, that is where the remains of St. James lie. Let's wander back over to some less crowded zones and see what we can learn. Well, there's a giant line up here for something. This might be the line to go hug St. James. Huh. Okay, yeah, we can see the line going in on the far side, coming out right here. So this is not an entrance zone. We've made our way out now of that zone. Donation box, looks like they do digital, and I think this is the line through the gift shop, question mark? Yeah, salida. The gift shop is in sight. We did it. We came out the King and Queen's doors. Ooh, the line has died down quite a bit. Now let's find some food, shall we? So we got a couple of side streets that seem to have the highest concentration of restaurants. We found a cute small garden in our travels. Apparently the word we're looking for in this zone is octopus pulpo. Ooh, that last spot was full, but here's another. Maybe. Well, it's quiet in here. They're playing Phil Collins. Oh, actually, it just changed to something else, I think. There is a peek down the menu. We have got a couple of glasses of a white wine. They have brought some olives to munch on while we wait for our main food, which is going to be a few rounds of tapas. Our first two offerings have arrived. We got ham and cheese croquetas and octopus, because you have to when you're in this region. It is a must. It's imperative.
I know I snorkel, and I love octopus to see them in the wild. Do not comment. Why are you eating that?
People are doing it right now. They've just gone to the comments to go, how could you?
I also really enjoyed the taste of it.
I mean, I like looking at pigs, but I'm going to eat these ham croquettes. Oh. And to tie it all together with the scallop shell symbology of the area, we have scallops. Another delightful seafood that I'm sure is fantastic to look at.
I've never seen one snorkeling though, so.
How's your octopus update?
I do not regret that decision at all. It is so good. The best one I've had was in Portugal. It's pretty much on par with that at this point. It's just something about the way they cook it and the seasoning they use. It's not rubbery at all. It's perfect.
Perfection. Side note, I said ham and cheese croquette, but I think it's just called a ham croquette. So it's basically mashed potatoes, ham, and fried. Well, for dessert, we asked what was good, and we were told carrot cake. Now, I don't know how local carrot cake is. It has the word zanahoria in it, which means carrot. So I'm going to say this is totally local, authentic carrot cake. So our theming in here looks to be pirates. We've got ship rigging, we've got pirate stuff there. All of the tables are marked up like wanted posters for various pirates. Cute. And of course the name of the place, I believe, means like the galleon or ship of the Queen. I think this place currently only has 3 stars on the Google, but we have had a fantastic time in here. Now let's make our way back toward that central square area. We have seen so many pilgrims today. There's a giant celebration going on over there. That seems to be what you do. You finish your pilgrimage right there, you get up, you take a picture of the cathedral from this angle, and you have earned your scallop shell badge.
And then you sit on the ground because you're exhausted because you've walked so many miles. But this is so cool to be a part of, like seeing their finish line and how excited everybody is. I love it. The atmosphere is amazing.
Well, our meeting spot is right over here in this section underneath the European flag. They've even got a little sit structure over here to the side where we can hang out because we're a little bit early. Take in some views from over here. The weather has turned out great toward the end of the day here. Well, we'll retrace our steps and head back to our ride. There's our ride right on time. Made it back to the port. Time to wander over here to our home sweet home. There's the door we came out. Looks like we are going in on the other side. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Good evening. Yeah, we got to get to dinner, but first of all, we have to wrap up our day. So, Shore Excursions Group, journey to Santiago de Compostela.
Yeah, so it was great. I like the way you went on a bus together, but then when you got there, they broke you up into smaller groups. So it was like max a group of 15, I think. So that was really nice. So you could walk around with a tour guide and hear everything that they had to say. It wasn't like a giant group where that's usually an issue. The area that we went to was absolutely beautiful. So much religious history and the architecture. It was cool to hear how it had changed over the years based on the fads of what was in style. They kind of like changed the whole facade on the outside of the cathedral, I think at least twice, she said.
Gotta keep up with them fashion trends.
Yeah. It was a very moving area, like to see the people come through that had completed the pilgrimage and just the emotions that they had. I saw people crying and like kissing the ground. It was so sweet. because it means so much to them. We're not Catholic, so we don't quite understand everything that goes into it, but I love to see other people's religion and what they do, you know. That was really awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I first looked at this tour, I really didn't know what to expect, and then the more research I did, I was excited because as it was explained in the tour today, this is one of the major holy cities of like Catholicism. So to have experienced that and gone in the cathedral, now there were too many people to go hug a statue and go look at the ruins. That's two things I might have liked to have done, but
well, plus I didn't want to take somebody else's spot either. We had limited time, and people had trekked many miles to do that, and so I'm like, you know, that's okay, we'll look at it. So I just thought that was awesome.
But it was gorgeous. Yeah. So Shore Excursions Group, bam. And remember, if you ever want to book your own Shore Excursions Group fun, we do have an affiliate link, parodj.com/SEG.
Shore Excursions Group?
SEG for Shore Excursions Group, yeah.
And try octopus when you're there. I don't know if it matters where. It's good.
It's probably good everywhere. Anyway, speaking of good and food, we're going to try an interesting concept tonight. Now, on deck 8, so there's 3 dining rooms on this ship. 6 and 7 are your traditional doodly-doos. I think 6 is actually assigned time and 7 is flexible.
Correct.
8 is an American diner concept that has its own menu.
It's only open for lunch and dinner that we've seen so far.
So, let's learn some more new stuff.
Let's go check it out.
Come on. Si, senorita. So welcome to Horizon's Deck 8 version. Now, granted, it looks a lot like the Deck 7 and Deck 6 versions. It's just billed as slightly more casual, at least for breakfast and lunch. We have decided to order 2 sides to share. That's kind of what they do for the appetizers in here. These are the tots and poppers, which is tater tots, Cajun cauliflower poppers with a smoky barbecue ketchup and herby garlic tahini dip. Wow. We also have, look at this monstrosity. Those are nachos. That is a lot of nachos, and I'm ready for it, but we are sharing these. The mains have arrived, so Dee has chosen shrimp and grits, and sausage and bacon.
No.
Those are just bonus surprises. We didn't know they were on there, I don't think, so nice. I got the country fried steak. It comes with a pickle, some vegetables, some white gravy, some mashed potatoes under there too, I think. Oh, upon further investigation, it was not potatoes under there. There was a biscuit on top, and when I moved this hunk, there was more biscuits underneath. So it's kind of a combination of biscuits and gravy and country fried steak. Dessert is here, and Dee has gone with a beautifully pink and red and fruity strawberry shortcake. It's got little, like, meringue curls and stuff on there, it looks like.
Came with bonus strawberry ice cream, too.
Bonus! I decided to try one of their milkshakes. Now, I was worried it was going to be gigantic, like one of those decorated monstrosities. It's not that bad, but I think it's like tiramisu ice cream. I'll have to read the menu again. And they do give you a quarter of a donut stuck up there on the top as decoration. Oh, we've snuck out here to the Plaza now, or a Piazza, whatever they call this one, after dinner, and they're doing ballroom dancing again. I guess that's a daily. I can't tell my piazzas from my plazas from my pizzas to, I don't know. Oh, hey, Dee found some seats. Ballroom dancing has just ended. We are out here because it is silent disco night. They've actually got 2 DJ stations set up over there. They're going to have an 8 o'clock session and a 10 o'clock session, both lasting 45 minutes each. We are ready for silent disco. We've got graphics on the screen. The DJs are in position. Dee has gone down to get 2 sets of headphones, and we are going to silent disco from up above, where we can get a view on everything happening down below. Oh my gosh, she just went dancing down there, y'all. She didn't even bring me any headphones. Well, I can hear We Are Family because we got some singers. She was doing the moves to Bye Bye Bye, so I have a feeling blue is We Are Family and red is some In Sync. Funny thing is, they still have like quiet music playing through the speakers all around, even though we're in silent disco mode. I guess that's so you can enjoy even if you don't have headphones. Like me. Well, apparently we've gone into footloose mode. I think that's what I'm seeing. I mean, how am I supposed to hear Sweet Caroline comes on if I ain't got no headphones? That's alright. I'm not giving up this seat because we're trying to stay here for a game show or something after this, so I don't want to give up this bench. We'll just let Dancing Dee get her bop on down there. I hear the faint strains of Copacabana coming out of the crowd. I guess that's, you know, I'm pretty sure I would know if Sweet Caroline came on because this crowd would jam it at the top of their lungs. The red channel has moved on to the Macarena. The blue channel seems to have a host down here talking into a microphone where they can hear him in their headphones. Spontaneous conga line excitement. That is not a game for tall people. Looks like our host is on blue, encouraging folks to dance to September, but I can hear from the vocals, red has moved on to Don't Stop Believin'. D has joined Team Red. It's living on a prayer time. Still no Sweet Caroline, which I appreciate. They busted out Cotton Eye Joe on the blue channel. If you're on the red channel, you might get Kickin' Eye Joe if you don't move out of the way. Well, there we've reached the end of silent disco. Well, next up in here is a game show called Movie Mayhem. We've got chairs, microphones, a host table, a clapper, a popcorn bucket, and a little golden statue award. Curiouser and curiouser.
In a game show. Well, before that, they will have to battle it out to test their knowledge of the silver screen. So it's time for round number one that we call Dingbats. 2 minutes on the clock. We're looking for movie titles. This is your first Dingbat. Blues Brothers. Blues Brothers is correct. We're going to be doing less looking and more listening as we head into round number 2. Soundtrack connections. Now, before we get into it, we're all going to play an example together, okay? So let's have a little listen and see if we can find the connection. This is our example track. They are all animated movies, so, Brian, you would have got a point. So, let's play The Invisibles. Okay, 2 minutes. It's correct, nicely done, 2 points. So let's play round number 4, attention to detail. You are about to see a movie played out live in front of you here in the Piazza.
Don't let me destroy you like nobody was once destroyed.
I will never let you! Push up! Push up!
You know, I have a pastry business of horses and princes. And now, with a princess premier package, they get unlimited dessert. Unlimited! If we do not have that, maybe the world will be destroyed by him.
Hello, room. We've come back to the cabin. Guess what? There's a paper for tomorrow. Good night. We are back in the cabin, y'all.
After a fun-filled evening.
Now, silent disco.
Yeah.
I need to know what happened to the plan of getting 2 pairs of headphones and us bopping and bopping up there on deck 8. What happened? Because I told the Kramer and everything, Dee's so nice. She's going down to get some headphones.
Well, we had seats, and I would have felt bad, like, dancing in front of other people who were trying to, like, watch. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to stay down here. And we wanted seats for the game show. So Jay read a book. He was fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I've never seen silent disco on Princess before. So I think it's fairly new, unless they've started bringing it onto some of their ships since we've been sailing it. But awesome. The 2 DJs, not 3, like you sometimes see. They had like 80s and 90s, a few line dances, things like that. And it was cool. The host was down there getting people involved. We played games. We did a conga line. We did some line dances. It was great. They're doing it at 8 and 10. And they did it at 8 and they're doing it again at 10. So 2 sessions because it's popular. The early one wasn't as popular as I think the later one will be, but it was really awesome.
True. Yeah, it was interesting to see sort of a hosted, like you got 2 DJs and a host, because he had a microphone where he could yell in y'all's ears, and that was kind of fun.
It was a little loud.
Then, game show.
Was it Movie Frenzy?
That
something like
sounds
that.
something like that.
Yeah, that was so fun. I love how they incorporate the screens now in the atrium plaza, whatever we're calling it here on the ship.
The Piazza.
Yeah, the cruise director was the host, and she did an amazing job with that. They had the 2 teams. It was really fun. Lots of audience participation. I like the categories that they did. They were different. And hopefully, you didn't give away any of the answers. But
No. I did record I only recorded 1 question from each round, and I tried not to get the answers too much. But I did record all of the movie scenes.
Yeah. Oh, those are always
entertaining.
fun. Yeah. So definitely get involved and try that. That was really cool.
All right, y'all. Let's dig into this dinner. Dinner at the diner.
Yes.
Dig it. All right, let's start off with those tots and things. What was it called? Tots and poppers.
Poppers, which is basically like their appetizer section. So it's tater tots and fried cauliflower. It was supposed to be like a barbecue ketchup and a tzatziki. No.
It was listed as like a garlic tahini dip,
tahini.
I think, or something.
So the cauliflower definitely needed more seasoning. It was supposed to be like Cajun cauliflower. It was no spice.
It was
no
bland flour.
I mean, I like cauliflower, so it didn't bother me that much, but it could have used some seasoning. But that dip didn't really taste like anything. I just didn't even use it.
Yeah, it was like super liquidy. It tasted tahini. I could taste the nuttiness in there, but like it was sad. So the cauliflower portion was a no for me in both aspects.
Tater tots were fine. They taste like tater tots. And then the barbecue ketchup was pretty good.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
So we got a solid 50% on that dish. And I mean, the cauliflower wasn't terrible,
No,
so
I
I'll
like
give it a
cauliflower.
62%.
It just wasn't as advertised, like spicy.
I know. And the sauce was like, no thank you. There's some nachos. Holy heaping piles of guacamole. Now, I ordered these, but we did share both. The chips were very delicate, I noticed. And sometimes if you try to pick up too much stuff, but I mean, I guess that happens with every chip.
Yeah.
It would break and fall off. But the flavor was delicious. They were light and crispy and corny.
Yeah.
There was little sneaky jalapenos in there.
They had a lot of jalapenos. It wasn't meat or anything. It was cheese and like queso fresca, whatever.
One of those things.
The sauce.
One of those sour creamy crema fresca.
I had a long day today.
We're in Spain. We should learn how to speak
my
Spanish.
Gosh. It's like sour cream. Anyway,
Right.
yeah, it was good.
I'll say crema fresca. That's probably wrong. Hey, look at what? Okay, now shrimp and grits, and good gracious, there's sausage, and hey, there's some bacon, and hey, you know what you had on there that was a surprise?
White gravy.
White gravy.
Yeah. So I tried to look at the menu and find anything remotely sort of healthy. There's nothing on there that's healthy. I think there's a salad, like a side salad. That's it. So I was like, all right, shrimp and grits doesn't sound terrible. But it was bacon on it. There was what they said andouille sausage. I think it was like Polish sausage. Shrimp was really good. The grits, cheese, and white gravy. Like there's usually red eye gravy. It all tasted really good, but it was so heavy. I could not finish it. It was very rich. So if you're looking for something like really comforting and you haven't eaten all day, this is great.
Yeah, if you're trying to diet, don't go to the
Do
diner.
not go.
That's what we learned tonight. I got the country fried steak. Now, it had a country fried steak, if you're familiar with that. There was a little pickle. There was biscuits. Now, I don't remember biscuits being on there, so it was almost like bonus biscuits and gravy. Yeah, we got to go to bed. I can't talk. Like a biscuit and a half and a whole bunch of gravy. Now, the gravy was not super flavorful. Like, I'm used to...
Sausage gravy.
Actually, my brain got confused because...
pepper gravy.
Right. I was thinking of it as biscuits and gravy, which would need sausage gravy, and a chicken fried steak or country fried steak needs pepper gravy. This was just... gravy. So a little more flavor there would have been nice. I mean, the meat was nice and tender. The crust was crispy. Take them biscuits off of there. They don't even belong on that plate. Pickle's a nice little punch. My diner experience is with what we ordered tonight is they are putting things on the dishes that don't need to be there.
Yeah.
Get that bacon off of the shrimp and grits and get those biscuits off of that steak.
It's already heavy
Too much.
enough. Yeah, you don't need to add.
Too much. Hey, dessert. There you are.
So I did the strawberry shortcake thinking, oh, this is a nice light dessert.
Yeah, we did a lot of wrong thinking for this diner.
So normally it's like angel food cake, whipped cream, and strawberries. This was like, I think it was angel food cake, but it was like almost like a semi-Fredo buttercream that had like hardened
middle.
up in the middle. And then whipped cream on top and strawberry ice cream. So I ate a few bites and then I like just didn't eat the middle part because it was so heavy. I didn't love it. But the ice cream was good.
You like the ice cream and the cake layers, but you took the meringue curls off.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Anyway, hey, y'all, I got a milkshake. It had a donut on top. Now, I was expecting a grand, gigantic thing to come out, and I'm kind of glad it wasn't. What did it turn out to be? It was tiramisu ice cream. I think there was actually a shot of espresso in it.
And a chocolate donut.
Yeah. The flavor was good. It was a good consistency. The donut was fine. They didn't give me a utensil to get it out of there, so I stole your spoon.
Yeah, it's fine.
I could have just gone honk and eaten it off the top. There was like chunks of pie crust in the bottom, which I didn't understand. Stop adding things to things. Random like cookies or pie crust in the bottom. I was confused. Would I get that one again? Maybe. But one thing I have learned is the diner is going to have to be a very limited number of times that we go in there because, whoa, it was heavy.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably good, like, hangover food, honestly. Like, if you're looking for that diner experience, you need something to, like, take the edge off the next day.
Waffle House.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe we would try some different stuff. But
Maybe. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
trying not to eat stuff like that, but we wanted to at least try
We'll go
it.
at least one more time. But I'm probably not ordering any of the stuff that I ordered because, I mean, it was all right, but... I need to try some different
concept,
stuff.
though, and I feel like the chips going to Florida, you're going to have more families on it. Kids will love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I appreciate the concept. Good job, but holy moly, some of that stuff is overworked. I don't know.
A little bit.
Yeah, we're going to bed.
Yeah.
So we got to sleep off some of this food.
I danced it off. It's all good.
Good night.
Bye.